Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hashim Ali Khan. So now I'm going to start the next problem on accounts of non-profit organizations. Problem number 17. So far 16 problems I have completed in the last video. I have explained completely how to make the final accounts of non-profit organizations, how to make the income and expenditure account and balance sheet of non-profit organizations. So if you have watched earlier videos, now you are in a position to prepare the income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So if you have not watched the earlier videos, you cannot be able to understand the present session. So I suggest you to first of all watch the initial videos. Go to the playlist of my channel, select the subject Financial Accounting 2. Select the topic of the video, that is accounts of non-profit organizations. Watch the first video. I have explained you the detail regarding what are non-profit organizations, what are the features, what are the final accounts, how to make the receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet, and the different terms which are normally used in non-profit organization like subscriptions, entrance fees, donations, legacies, and how to treat those items. I've explained you completely. So watch the initial videos, you will get a lot of command on the topic. Now you can come to this advanced problems. Now I'm going to start the 17th problem, and 17th problem, you see carefully. The following particulars are obtained from the books of Usmania Young Men Association. So before starting the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems from the list, from the link under my description. So Usmania Young Men's Association for the year ended 31st December 2005. So the data is given for the year 2005. Receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st December 2005. Debit side, receipt side. To balance brought down 7,000. This is the opening balance. Receipts opening balance. To subscriptions. Subscriptions are separately given for 2004, 2005, 2006. Our current year is 2005. So for 2004, last year subscription, current year they have received 500. We should not take in the current income and expenditure account. Because while making income and expenditure account, only current year's income, current year expenditure will take. So this last year subscription received current year 500, ignore. And current year 2005 received 9,000 rupees. This is current year subscription receipt. Now 2006 means next year. Advance. We have received a subscription in advance 1,000. So this 1,000 should be taken in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet liability side, subscription received, you can see. Subscription received in advance 1,000 for the next year 2006. Now to entrance fees. Now entrance fees, sometimes it will be treated as income. It will be taken in income and expenditure. Sometimes it will be taken in the balance sheet liability side. So we have to see the instructions. In this problem specifically it is given entrance fees and life membership fee are to be capitalized. One sentence is given specifically asking you to capitalize the entrance fees and life membership fee. So both entrance fees and life membership fee we are going to capitalize, take it on the liability side. Entrance fees 1,000, life membership fee 5,000. Then to annual dinner, hall rent and miscellaneous income. These three are the incomes. These three are the incomes. So here I am taking, see carefully. Annual dinner 6,000, hall rent 3,000 and miscellaneous income 600. And we have taken entrance fees and life membership fee capitalized. Here I have taken capitalized, right? And subscription received in advance for the next year 2006, that I have taken here. Remember these points where I have taken. Now come to payment side, right hand side. Salaries, it is current year expenditure. I have taken salaries, two salaries 3,000, right? Then printing and stationery 300. So printing and stationery 300 I have taken on debit side, expenditure side. Postage and telephone 1,800. So postage and telephone 1,800 you can see here. Postage and telephone 1,800. Municipal taxes 1,600. So municipal taxes I have taken 1600, but one adjustment is there. I'll explain you about the adjustment. Then cutlery purchases. Actually, cutlery is an asset. Cutlery is an asset, capital expenditure. So this cutlery purchase will not come in income and expenditure. It will go to balance sheet. Next, electricity charges 1200. That electricity charges 1200, we'll take it here. Electricity charges 1200. Annual dinner charges 4800. Annual dinner charges 4800. Fixed deposit in Andhra Bank 12,000. So during this year, some fixed deposit in bank was made. It is an asset. When we make a deposit in the bank, it is an asset. So this fixed deposit made during the year will be taken on the asset side. Fixed deposit with Andhra Bank somewhere, yeah. Fixed deposit with Andhra Bank 12,000 I have taken on the asset side. Lastly, closing balance of cash. So at the end of the year, cash balance is 5,400. This I have taken it cash in hand 5,400. Right? So I have explained you the complete receipts and payments account, each and every item where it will go. Now adjustment. On 1st January 2005, the association had a building worth rupees 2 lakh. Beginning of the year. Why it is given the data regarding beginning of the year? Because the opening capital fund we don't have. We don't have the opening beginning of the year capital fund. To find out the capital fund, we have to make the opening balance sheet. So we make the opening balance sheet on 1st January 2005. So on 1st January 2005, the association had a building worth rupees 2 lakh. So here, balance sheet on 1st January 2005, opening. So building was there 2 lakh. So building I have taken 2 lakh. And cash in hand. The cash book is given in the problem. In the receipts and payments account, left hand side to balance brought down opening balance of cash. So what is the opening balance of cash? 7,000. This is the last year's closing, current year's opening. So 7,000 rupees is the cash in hand at the beginning of the year. Next, cutlery worth rupees 6,000. So beginning of the year, cutlery worth rupees 6,000 asset. Next comes kitchenware worth rupees 8,000. Kitchenware is an asset, 8,000. There is a deposit with telephone department under the Own Your Telephone scheme amounting to rupees 8,000. That means this association has made a deposit with the telephone department under OYT scheme, Own Your Telephone scheme. So it is an asset because the association's money has been deposited with the telephone department. So your deposit with telephone department 8,000. Next comes entrance fees and capital life membership fees to be capitalized. We have taken. You are required to depreciate building 5%, cutlery 40%, kitchenware 25%. The annual subscription of the association is rupees 10 and 100 members were in arrears during the year. See here. So annual subscription of the association member is 10 rupees and every member has to pay 10 rupees as subscription and 100 members are in arrears. Arrears means outstanding, due. 100 members are there who have not paid the subscription. At what amount? 10 rupees. So 100 into 10, 1,000. So 1,000 rupees subscriptions are outstanding. Outstanding subscription at the end of the year. It will appear twice. The outstanding subscription will appear twice. How you can see here. Subscription received 9,000. It is specifically given on the receipt side. For 2005, subscription 9,000. Separately given. Separately given for current year 2005, 9,000 subscription. And in the adjustment it is given 1,000 rupees subscriptions are due. Outstanding. They have not paid. So add outstanding subscriptions of current year 1,000. Here 10 into 100 I am writing for your convenience, for your understanding. So 1,000 rupees are outstanding, 9,000 plus 1,000, 10,000. Now this 1,000 rupees subscription outstanding at the end of the year is an asset. It will be taken on the asset side. So asset side outstanding subscription 1,000 I have taken, right? Then municipal taxes were paid up to 31st March 2006. Actually, we are closing the accounts on 31st December 2005. but municipal taxes are paid up to 31st March 2006. So how many months prepaid? Paid in advance? January, February, March. We are closing the accounts on 31st December 2005. But municipal taxes are paid up to 31st March 2006. So 3 months in advance. So for 1 year, municipal taxes are 1600. Actually, taxes will be paid for 1 year. So this municipal taxes 1600 rupees is paid for 1 year, 12 months. In this 12 months, 3 months are prepaid, paid in advance. So deduct prepaid. So less prepaid for 3 months, 1600 into 3 by 12 for 3 months. This 1600 is for 12 months, but we want for 3 months. So 3 by 12, it comes to 400. So 400 rupees are prepaid municipal taxes paid in advance. So deduct 1600 minus 400, you will get 1200 rupees municipal taxes. Now this prepaid municipal taxes is an asset. We have paid in advance for the next year. So this prepaid will come on the asset side of the balance sheet. So asset side of the balance sheet, you can see prepaid municipal taxes 400. That's all. Now last sentence is, you are required to prepare an income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2005 and balance sheet as on the date after making the necessary adjustments. So it is asking you to make the income and expenditure account and balance sheet after making adjustments. Now one point is there. Subscriptions. On the receipt side, you can see subscription for 2004 500, for 2005 9,000, for current year 2005 9,000. That 9,000 I have taken here, current years. And 2006 next year subscription 1,000, that is received in advance. That I have taken on the liability side, subscription received in advance. Now last year 2004 subscription is 500. That means last year it was outstanding. That's why current year we have received. In 2004 there were outstanding subscription, and that outstanding subscription of 2004 we have received during current year 2005. The outstanding subscription for 2004 500. That's all. We have taken all the items at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, there was cash in hand, receipts and payments account, first item. And in paragraph, it is given the bill. There is a building, cutlery, kitchenware, deposit with telephone department, outstanding. Take the total of the assets, 2,29,500. Liability, we don't have anything. We don't have any liability. So the balancing figure is the capital fund. Balancing figure is the capital fund. That is not given in the problem. By making this balance sheet, we come to know there is a capital fund of 2,29,500 at the beginning of the year. And we need this. Without this, we cannot make the balance sheet at the end of the year. That's all. Now come to income and expenditure account. In income and expenditure account, subscription received 9,000 for the current year 2005. And it is given in the adjustment that 100 members are there. Each member has to pay 10 rupees. So 100 into 10, 1,000 rupees subscription are due, outstanding, arrear. So add outstanding. So totally 10,000 rupees subscription, right? Apart from that, in receipts and payments account, receipt side, you can see the annual dinner, hall rent, miscellaneous income. That's all. These are the 4 items on the credit side. Now come to debit side. Salary paid 3,000, printing and stationery 300, municipal taxes paid 1,600, out of which 400 are prepaid. Because municipal taxes are paid up to 31st March 2006. So 3 months we have paid in advance, prepaid. So deduct 3 months, 400 rupees, 1,200. Then electricity 1,200, annual dinner 4,800, postage and telegram 1,800. Depreciation. In the problem it is given depreciate building at 5%. Building at 5. What is the value of the building here? 2 lakh. 5% of 2 lakh is 10,000. So 10,000 rupees is the depreciation of building. Similarly, cutlery 40%. Cutlery 40%. So how much was the cutlery? 6,000. At the beginning of the year, cutlery was 6,000. So how much? 40%. 40% of 6,000. 2,400. 40% of 6,000, 2,400. So you can see cutlery 2,400. Kitchenware, it is given on kitchenware, it is 25%. The percentage is given in the problem. 25% depreciation on kitchenware. Kitchenware 8,000. 25% are 2,000. So 2,000 rupees kitchenware depreciation. Right? So depreciation rate is given in the problem and the value of the assets are given here. On this you calculate. We got the depreciation. Now see whether debit side is more or credit side is more. In this problem, you will find debit side the total is more, 26,700. Debit side more. Credit side we are having less. Separately you calculate debit total and credit total and compare it which side is more. So here debit side is more. So from 26,700 deduct minus 10,000, minus 6,000, minus 3,000, minus 600. The balancing figure you will get 7,100. This is the deficit. Normally in trading organizations we call it as loss. In non-profit organization we call it as deficit. So by making this income and expenditure account, we come to know there is a deficit of 7,100. What is deficit? Excess of expenditure over income. Excess of expenditure over income. That is called deficit. Over. So income and expenditure account completed. Now I am coming to the balance sheet. Liability side. Entrance fees and life membership fee specifically given in the adjustment to be capitalized. Capitalized means we have to take it to the balance sheet. We should not take it as an income. So here I have taken subscription received in advance for the next year. For next year 2006 we have received in advance. How much? 1,000. Take it. Now capital fund at the beginning of the year we got 2,29,500. From this capital fund deduct the deficit. If we got surplus, we would have added. Surplus will be added, deficit will be deducted. Just like profit is added and loss will be deducted. So deduct the deficit, 2,22,400. Liability side completed. Now I am coming to the asset side, cash in hand. Receipts and payments account, last item cash in hand balance is 5,400. Every time we will take the same way. Now fixed deposit with Andhra Bank. So during the year you can see the receipts and payments account, payment side. Fixed deposit with Andhra Bank. It's an asset. Here. Building. Beginning of the year building was 2 lakh. And depreciation provided on building is 10,000. So 2 lakh minus 10,000, 1 lakh 90,000 building. Cutlery. Cutlery beginning of the year was 6,000. 6,000. And during the year, some cutlery was purchased. Payment side, you can see cutlery purchases 3,000. During the year, cutlery purchased 3,000. So add up 3,000, 6,000 plus 3,000, 9,000. Cutlery depreciation, how much we have provided? 2,400 rupees depreciation provided on cutlery. Deduct depreciation, 6,600. Kitchenware. Beginning of the year, kitchenware 8,000. 2,000 rupees depreciation. Deduct 2,000 rupees depreciation, 6,000. Fixed deposit with telephone department. Beginning of the year we are having deposit with telephone department. The same thing we have taken 8,000. Then outstanding subscription. During the year 1,000 rupees subscription are outstanding for current year. Due for current year. That will be taken out. Prepaid municipal taxes for 3 months. That comes to 400 rupees. So 400 rupees we have deducted from municipal taxes and this 400 rupees is an asset taken on the asset side. Now see, compare 2,29,400 balance sheet tallied. So this is the end of problem number 17. Come on, now we'll start the 18th problem. See the 18th one. The Jubilee Club Salem had the following assets and liabilities on 1st January 2005. The beginning of the year 1st January 2005 assets and liabilities are given. Cash in hand at 2,000. Subscription receivable means subscription outstanding at the beginning of the year 200. Furniture 1,000, sports material 600, investment 2,500, building 5,000, outstanding creditors for supplies, it's a liability 300 and capital fund 11,000. So there is no need to make the opening balance sheet because capital fund is already given. So there is no need to make the opening balance sheet. Now see the last paragraph, what it is asking you to make. Prepare a receipts and payments account and income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2005 and a balance sheet as on that date. So in this problem, you are required to make receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet at the end of the year. That's what we have to make, right? So first of all, we have to make the receipts and the payments account. So see here, Jubilee Case Club Salem, receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st December 2005. Left hand side receipts, right hand side payments, right? Now beginning of the year, at the beginning of the year, how much was the cash in hand? 2000. First line it is given cash in hand at 2000 at the beginning of the year. This is the opening cash balance. So here to balance brought down 2000. Opening balance I have taken. Now see what are the transactions given in the problem. During the year 2005, the club did the following business. So what are the transactions? Subscription received 3000. 3000 subscription received. So receipt side. Receipt side to subscription 3000 I have taken. Then subscription due. Subscription due will not come in receipts and payment account. In receipts of payments account, only actual cash receipt and actual cash payment. Any due outstanding will not appear. It will be taken in income and expenditure account. Right? Then paid the outstanding creditors for supplies. So last year, you can see the opening assets and liability, outstanding creditors for supplies 300. It is given in the first line. So last year there was outstanding creditors for supplies and that is paid during the current year. Paid for outstanding creditors for supplies 300. Last year it is due, current year it is paid. So by creditors for supplies 300. Last year's outstanding creditors are paid during the current year. Subscription to newspapers, that means payment made for newspapers. By subscription to newspapers 500. Then sports material purchased. When sports material is purchased, there is a payment. So by purchase of sports material 1000. Sale of old newspaper. When old newspaper are sold, it's a receipt. So debit side, receipt side to sale of old newspaper 50. Then meeting expenses, it's a payment. So meeting expenses 450. Then comes lighting charges 400. So payment side, lighting charges 400. Salary of establishment, payment 1000. Salary of establishment 1000. Stock of sports material at the end. At the end of the year, some stock is there. So it is neither receipt nor payment. Leave it. Afterwards we'll see. Interest received on investment. Received means receipt side. So interest on investment 75 rupees received. Outstanding 25. Outstanding will not come in receipts and payments account. That will be considered in income and expenditure account. Borrowings. That means during the year some borrowings, some amount is borrowed. So there is cash inflow, receipts of cash. So borrowings 2000. Then purchase of furniture. When furniture is purchased, there is a payment. So by purchase of furniture 400. Expenditure on annual function, it's a payment. So expenditure on annual function 375. Donation received 1800. So this donation received 1800. In bracket it is given half to be capitalized. So while making the income and expenditure account, we'll consider that. Provide depreciation at 5% on furniture building. That will be taken in income and expenditure. That's all. So we have taken all the items of receipts and all the items of payments. Opening balance of cash 2000. Then all the receipts I have taken. See, all the values are ticked here. All the values are ticked. Receipts. Take the total of debit side 8925. 8925 is the total receipts. From these receipts, all payments are made. So minus 8925 minus all these payments. All the payments are ticked. So deduct all the payments, then balancing figure is 4500. What is this balancing figure? Closing cash at bank, cash in hand. The closing cash in hand is 4005. This is not given in the problem. By making this receipts and payments account, we come to know that at the end of the year, cash in hand is 4500. And this 4500 cash in hand, what we got the answer, this will be taken on asset side. On asset side of balance sheet at the end of the year. You can see here cash in hand 4,500. From here I have taken there. Now I am starting the income and expenditure account. Receipts. The receipts will be taken on income and the payments will be taken on expenditure. Right? So leave the opening balance. Subscription. 3,000 rupees subscription received. And some subscriptions are outstanding at the end of the year and some subscription were outstanding at the beginning of the year. The outstanding subscription at the end of the year will be added and outstanding subscription at the beginning of the year will be deducted. As usual, every problem we are doing the same thing, right? So how much subscription received? 3,000. So I have taken here by subscription received 3,000. Now how much is the subscription outstanding at the end of the year? Here in the paragraph it is given subscription received including the year 3,000, subscription due 300. Subscription due means subscription outstanding at the end of the year 300. So add outstanding subscription at the end of the year 300. So 3,000 plus 300, 3,300. Minus outstanding subscription at the beginning of the year. In the first line, second line it is given subscription receivable 200. The beginning of the year subscription outstanding 200, deduct 200, so 3,100. That's all. Now outstanding subscription at the end of the year, how much? 300. This 300 will appear twice. Once I have added here, again this outstanding subscription will be taken on the asset side of the balance sheet. See here, asset side, outstanding subscription 300. Got it? Next. After subscription, what is the next receipt you see? Sale of newspaper. It's a revenue income. So 50 rupees sale of newspaper, I have taken 50 rupees, right? Similarly, next one is interest on investment. Interest on investment 75 rupees received. So I have taken interest on investment 75. But apart from that, in the problem it is given some due. Interest outstanding. So here it is given outstanding rupees 25. 25 rupees interest receivable outstanding, that will be added 75 plus 2500. Now this 25 rupees interest outstanding is an income receivable, it's an asset. It is an asset. The outstanding interest or interest receivable 25 on asset side. So interest accrued, it will be called interest accrued. Interest receivable, interest outstanding means same. Next, after interest, the next is borrowings. Borrowing is a liability. It is not an income. When we borrow some money, it's a liability. Afterwards, we have to pay it. So this borrowings 2,000 will be taken on the liability side. So liability side borrowings 2,000. It's a capital receipt, not a revenue receipt. Donation 1,800. Regarding donation, it is given half donation should be capitalized. 1,800 half, 900. 900 treat it as income and remaining 900 to the balance sheet. So donations, half of 1,800, 900. So specifically given in the problem, half of the donation should be capitalized. So only half treated as income and remaining half here, donations, half of 1,800, 900. Or the receipt side, I have completed all the items. Now I am coming to the payment side. By creditors for supplies of last year, this 300 is of last year, so it will not come for in the current year. While making the income and expenditure account, we take only current year income, current year expenditure. This is the last year outstanding amount, current year paid, so it will not come now. Subscription to newspaper, it's a current year expenditure. So here I have taken to subscription of newspaper, find it. Then sports material. Actually, sports material beginning of the year, how much? 600. Beginning of the year, 1st January, sports material 600. And during the year, sports material purchased 1000. So 600 plus 1000. It is equal to 1600. 1600 should be the sports material. But it is given the value of sports material at the end of the year is, it is given here. Sports material at the end 500. Stock of sports material at the end 500. The beginning of the year 600 and during the year purchased 1000. So total sports material should be 1600. But out of 1600 it is given in the problem the stock of sports material at the end of the year is only 500. The remaining sports material, what had happened? Depreciation. By using sports material, the value will get decreased. So from 1600 to 500, that means 1100 rupees the value have decreased. That 1100 rupees is the depreciation on sports material. So here I have taken depreciation on sports material 600 opening balance, 1000 material purchased, but end of the year it is given stock of material is only 500. So for 600 plus 1000 minus 500, 1100 rupees is the depreciation on sports material. And end of the year, how much is the sports material? 500. That 500 will be taken on the asset side. Here you can see sports material 500. 500 rupees sports material at the end of the year. Next comes meeting expenses. It is revenue expenditure 450. So meeting expense I have taken. Lighting charges 400. So lighting charges 400. Salary of establishment 1000. 1000 salary of establishment. Then furniture. Furniture is an asset. Furniture is an asset. It will not come in income and expenditure account. It's a capital expenditure. So it will be added to furniture at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, how much was the furniture? 1000. At the beginning of the year, furniture was 1000. And during the year, furniture purchased 400. So here you can see furniture 1000 rupees beginning of the year. And during the year, furniture purchased 400. So total 1400 rupees is the furniture. Now next item is annual function expenses. So annual function expenses I have taken here 375. All the payment items I have taken. So see here, all the items are ticked. Now I have to take depreciation. What is the rate of depreciation on furniture? 5% on furniture and building. 5% depreciation. So what is the value of furniture here? Furniture. Furniture value at the beginning of the year is 1000. 1000 rupees is the value of the furniture. So 5% of 1000, 50 rupees. That is depreciation. At the rate of 5% on the value of furniture at the beginning of the year. Similarly, building. What is the value of the building at the beginning of the year? It is 5000. 5000. So 5% of 5000 is 250. 5% of 5000 is 250. So this is the depreciation on furniture. This is the depreciation on building. And sports material already we have taken 1100. That's all. So we have taken all the expenditure and all the incomes. Now we'll find out there is surplus or deficit. So here in this problem, the credit side is more, income is more. If you take the total of income side 4150, from 4150 deduct all debit items. The balancing figure is 25. So what is this 25? Surplus, excess of income over expenditure. Excess of income over expenditure, 25. This surplus will be added to capital fund on the liability side. Now balance sheet. Balance sheet as at 31st December 2005. Liability side borrowings. During the year some borrowings are there 2000. That borrowings is a liability. Donation. During the year 1800 rupees donation received. But it is specifically given in the problem half of the donation should be capitalized. So 1800 half, 900. 900 should be taken as income and remaining 900 capitalized. Capital fund at the beginning of the year 11,000 rupees given in the problem. In the problem it is given 11,000. To this you add surplus. 25 surplus you add 11,020. Liability side total 13,925. Now come to asset side. Cash in hand. At the end of the year how much is the cash balance? 4,500 is the cash balance. Building. Beginning of the year building value is 5,000 and depreciation provided during the year 250. Building depreciation 250. So 5,000 minus 250, 4,750. Investment. Beginning of the year investment were there 2,500. Same investment. No change. Furniture beginning of the year 1,000 is there and during the year furniture purchased 400. 400. So 1,400 minus depreciation provided on furniture is 50 rupees. So deduct 50 rupees, 1,350. 1,350. This is the furniture. Now outstanding subscription 300. So current year's outstanding subscription 300. Interest accrued. Current year's interest receivable is 25. Then sports material. At the end of the year, the value of stock of sports material is 500 given in the problem. That's it. Take the total of the asset side, 13,925 over balance sheet tallied. So this is the end of 18th problem. Each and every point I have explained in detail. So watch the video not once, twice, thrice. Each and every point you should remember how I have dealt with each and every item while making the income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So if you are satisfied with my lecture, give a like to the video. Share my channel in your group, in your friend circle, so that more students can watch the video and enhance the knowledge. Get the confidence on the subject. And give your comments on these videos. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Inshallah, I'll continue the next problem in the next video.